The one thing I love about a man is when he has this quiet yet commanding presence.
If you have no mystery, then, what is there to figure out about you?
I think it's a great place to be to hold some mysteriousness.
Where you at,
How
Berto?
women respond to attractive introverted men.
Being conventionally attractive and introverted is a double homicide in today's society. People are naturally gravitated towards you when you're conventionally attractive or pretty by society standards. They genuinely want to be friends with you. It's the halo effect. But when you don't meet the expectations of that perception of you, that's when things start to go wrong. They start to classify you in their head as off-putting or strange or self-centered because you didn't give off sunshine and rainbows vibes right off the first impression because you're an introvert. You might be shy or you might be anxious about meeting new people, and that's fine. It's just when you don't meet that expectation off the first impression, people no longer want to gravitate towards you. Essentially, you're seen as a bitch. So if this is you and you wonder why people act...
Yeah, bro. And for guys, it's the same. They may think you're kind of kind of standoffish if you kind of have a bad attitude. If you're not a cool guy, you may be seen as just an asshole. It just depends. People are basically, what they're doing with the halo effect is they're projecting their own biases onto you, and that's usually good. So a lot of times if you're quiet, they can't really go off of much. So what do? They try to throw little jabs out there to try to see what you'll react to, what you'll bite, because you seem just so unmoved, right? You're just this quiet dude, can't figure you out. But when women try to label that, it's all they're saying is that I find you attractive. I don't understand why, and I'm trying to figure out why you seem not like these other dudes, because most guys yap and they talk a lot. And that's not every guy's case, but most guys don't shut the fuck up, right? So if you are quiet, I find that you'll just naturally have women who are kind of see you as a mystery. They want to figure you out. And that will honestly serve you better, because the more you say with the woman who already finds you attractive, I feel like the less and less she can like you. So you could end up talking yourself out the box because you said too much and she didn't like something you said, or your personality was kind of trash after you met her. So sometimes less is more when you first meet a girl in that sense.
I agree. I was letting him get his shit off, but I think everything he's saying is factual. The only thing I will say is at the same time, though, you don't want to be in a situation where you're not being yourself and you don't allow the woman to discover your true personality and the things that you're into. And then before you know it, you're in a relationship with a stranger. Or you feel like you can't be yourself because you never even got to show that side of you. But definitely, in the beginning stages, always think about it like this. A woman, when they decided that they're already attracted to you in a physical sense, in an energy sense, they have a fantasy of you in their mind. There's a fantasy, there's a mystery. I don't know what he likes. He's not very talkative. He's not very, but I feel his energy though. Everybody seems like they respect him. There's this mystery about you. And sometimes, when you are getting to know somebody, you could literally just talk yourself out of the vag. Oh shit, I didn't know that he was low-key kind of corny. But here's the difference though. The more they get to like you, the more susceptible they are to accepting your flaws, which is the same for you to her. So it's not necessarily about, there's two separate conversations going on here. One, you want to be yourself, but two, if you're getting to know a girl and you already are confident with who you are as a person, don't be afraid to take it slow. Don't be afraid to, spoon feed them, you, because at the end of the day, that could just ruin the mystery overall for building the relationship. It's boom, you just dump everything on her. You start telling her all your traumas, all your disadvantages, all the things you're struggling with in life. It's oh shit, well, I thought he was Superman, but he's just like me. He don't know shit. Which is fine. We all have our flaws. But it's just two separate conversations we're having here. One, if you the nigga that's trying to get a girl, yeah, you want to maintain that mysteriousness. But two, if you are the nigga that get girls and you're confident in your situation and, you know, but you're just an introvert naturally, you know, it can definitely be one of those things where like you don't want to like be so mysterious to the point where nobody gets to know the real you.
But you'll have the mystery factor on your.
Let's get to the next one.
For a guy who is unattractive, care your video, I'm gonna go to this girl.
The one thing I love about a man is when he has this quiet yet commanding presence and demeanor about himself, and he's not loud or arrogant. He doesn't have to demand respect, but something about his character and the way he carries himself, he commands respect without saying a word. I love that. And I remember this one in particular I dated in my early 20s, young and immature, but we dated, and I remember he had this presence about himself that where I just knew when he come in the room, tighten up. I just knew, Kiki, you're not gonna be talking to that man crazy. You gonna have to watch.
This is crazy because we just reacted to the video where we're talking about women getting disrespectful with men. And like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I'm not this big yapping ass nigga. I'm not this big in your face, textbook jock, just brass with everyone. But at the end of the day, I'm not going for certain shit, and I don't even got to say it. I'm just, and I think that's a cool place to be as a guy. Like, you command the respect. You're not the loudest person in the room, but they feel you though. They feel your energy. And again, if that's just not you, cool. Like, I don't think the advice is for any guy to force themselves to try to be like this mysterious nigga. There, bro, if you a yapaholic ass nigga, hey, bro, you a yapaholic ass nigga. And maybe you just need to learn how to tone it down so you don't come off as corny and goofy and, like an attention seeker. But I think it's a great place to be to hold some mysteriousness.
Watch your tone sometimes with that man. You ain't gonna be arguing, fighting, getting loud, going back and forth, cussing with that man. Not because that's a man and he's so big and scary.
Why are women even doing that with men? That's how women get hurt. Because some of these guys don't have no emotional control. Anyways, yeah, when a woman likes you, like when she finds you really physically attractive, she's gonna just make it easy. She's gonna shut up. She's gonna, I'm gonna be in my best behavior for this guy. Right? Yeah. Because she likes you. She's not going to mess it up. She's not gonna try to fuck that up for herself. So those are the best experiences, right? Dealing with girls who really find you physically attractive, a little bit more submissive, really like you, right? And
but you will also find that even girls that are not submissive, they'll be submissive for the right man. So again, a lot of this shit is just finding, the vibes that kind of match with you. It's like a lot of these girls that be not submissive, they'll be submissive for the right nigga. I promise you.
She said about the demeanor, right? A lot of girls, they like energy. I don't care what y'all say, bro. Women do like the energy of a man who is grounded, calm, because again, like I said, a lot of guys do too goddamn much. Yeah. And that is a turnoff. So the more calm and more chill you are as a guy and the more attractive you are, like I said, like that's working in your favor as far as dating goes, in my opinion. You shouldn't be a shy guy. Being introverted and shy is not the same thing. If you're shy, you should work on that, right? You should be able to be comfortable talking and be able.
I think that's good advice. That's a very good point. There is a big difference between being an introvert and being shy. If you are shy, I definitely challenge you to go out and start developing that skill, because shy is energy like I'm insecure. I don't know how to hold a conversation. I don't feel comfortable holding a conversation. And that is something that a woman's always gonna be able to pick up on. Not just women, people, bro. You want people to respect you when you speak. You want to be able to hold presence in the conversation. When you speak, your words matter. Hey, I want to shut up and listen. Even if you're talking to other men. It's not even about just women. You want to be able to hold respect in the conversation. And a good way to get out of that comfort zone and stop being shy with women, with people, or just, talking to random people in general is just hold more conversations, bro. I've said this before. When was the last time you went downstairs or upstairs and just asked your mom how her day was? A lot of y'all aren't even comfortable talking to your parents, your mama. You don't even know how to hold a conversation with your mama, your sister, your brother. Start there. Hold small conversations with the people closest to you. Start developing those skills. Then when you out in the world, hold a small little banter with the person that's checking you into the gym. Hey man, like that shirt. Oh, how was your day today? What you got? What are you working out today? You know what I'm saying? Like, start there. You building this, you're starting to work this muscle of just holding conversations with people that you don't even necessarily care about. And that's going to make it that much easier when you do see a woman that you're interested in, or you are talking to a girl that you got a little crush on or whatever. It's like how to hold banter, how to speak, look somebody in their eyes and hold a conversation. I'm telling you, bro, start talking to your mama, bro. Ask your mama how her day was, and you're going to see a difference, as you are outside moving around. Like, a lot of y'all can't even do that. Start there.
Get the overall her finish her point. I don't think she talk about nothing.
I'm shrinking and scared. No, because that's a respectable man. That's an honorable man, and he will leave your ass. He ain't doing that foolishness with you. And I like that.
What?
Big dog.
What's she talking
There's
about?
a big difference in having that demeanor versus having to beat on your chest, be loud, be arrogant, be scary, and demand respect. Because if you got to do all of that, you actually lose my respect. But it's something about that character of a man that just naturally commands it. You either got it or you don't.
Yeah, it's either in you or it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's either in you or it's on you, bro. It ain't. You can't fake it, bro. You can't fake it. And that's why a lot of guys try to do. They try to be like this cool, nonchalant guy.
But that's kind of what I'm saying is, like, if you a yapaholic mixtape ass nigga, like, your goal shouldn't be to turn into this nonchalant nigga. You gotta play to your strengths. You just gotta understand, like, walking in the room and being a fucking clown is not the method either, though. So you just gotta work. It's like, cause I promise you, I have had conversations with girls that do like those outgoing guys that do know how to walk in the room and be like, "Hey, what up, man?" There are women that are attracted to that, but there's a difference between being that guy who's like, just a little bit more outgoing, and the guy that's like trying to. And I made $1 million this year. Me. All my accomplishments. It's like, okay, nigga, like, are you really that nigga? Like, you gotta tell us everything. I don't see nothing though. You gotta tell us everything, but I don't see nothing though. And I think that's what people really don't like. People really don't like a motherfucker that's always gotta talk about it, but never is really about it. So there's a difference, bro. Y'all pay attention to little shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? It'll make a big difference. Let's get to this next little clip. I'm cutting through. Reaction interception. If you're mad, argue with your mama.
You should be quiet or silent if you are attractive. Let me explain.
Why you should be.
The more silent you are when you're attractive, the more women gonna try to seduce you. The more guys are gonna befriend you. You just notice that being silent and attractive works in your favor. Especially if you got a nice physique or something like that.
It works. Like I said, it really works in dating with women. It works in your favor for sure with certain women, because I'm not gonna repeat myself, but I said in the beginning
that, man, you'll notice that it's just working in your favor, G. Like, people will love the mystique about you. If you have no mystery, then what is there to figure out about you? Mm-hmm. So you'll notice that being silent just becomes magnetic, bro. Especially when you got an image, when you look good, it becomes magnetic to people because they want to figure you out.
I think we're saying a lot of the same things here, and I said it before, bro said it before, and we're kind of saying the same thing. So I think we could leave y'all with that. But if there's any lesson to take away, bro, again, play to your strengths. But if you already happen to be more of an introverted person, just make sure that you're not confusing being shy with being introverted. Because if you do feel shy, and if you do feel like your little butterflies moving in your stomach when you're talking to people, you feel like you can't maintain eye contact, you're always looking away, you're fidgeting. Okay, you need to work on those skills, and I encourage you to be a little bit more outgoing to develop those skills. Because here's the thing, you can fake it, but at the end of the day, you're just going to be faking it. You're always going to revert back to what is 100% you. So there's no point in, trying to be somebody you're not. But you do need to strengthen those skills so you're just well-rounded in general. So my advice for the more outgoing guy, make sure you're not just this braggadocious ass nigga, yap all the way. The girl liked you, but you done fucking yapped your way out of the vag. And then on the flip side, if you're more of an introverted nigga, make sure that you're still able to hold a conversation and let people speak your mind, and you can still be felt, and your presence and your intentions can be felt. And you're not just this quiet ass nigga. It's like, oh, like he's kind of shy. He's a little awkward. He looks cool, but I don't really know. I can't really catch his vibe, because that can scare the huzz away too. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Shout out to Jay Suave, my dog. And y'all tap in, man. I'm gone.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy.